2:30 at the Geek House. Hey, he's back. Yes, I am back. I am absolutely back. Whatever trying to act cool type thing that is. What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka MultimediaJay, back for some more stress testing of the flaky internet. Tonight, we're doing things with a different spaghetti cable. Instead of bypassing the power line component of the network, we are going straight to the router and bypassing the switch that manages the traffic between the computer and all the consoles. So we're going straight to the router via spaghetti cable. I want to do one more of these later in the week where I shut the entire network down and I bypass the entire network straight to the modem. So that way we'll have plenty of data and plenty of things to talk about when the service tech comes over here on Friday and tries to blame my equipment again. It's just like everything into the house is new from the service box, which tells me that if there's an issue, it's probably even further upstream than that. So we'll see what happens. For now, though, let's play some ESO with this lovely event that we've been making fun of, Heroes of High Isle, that basically encourages you to not really play the game. One of many, many examples of how Elder Scrolls Online has unintended consequences in a lot of their in-game events. So just we're gonna chill and relax. Pick flowers in High Isle, I don't know. But we're going to have some fun with this and do some experimenting too. See if I can solve my resource bottleneck problems that lead to the problems we've been having with stuttering that are not network related because of encoding or rendering lag. Regardless, we're not going to get anything done if we just sit here talking, so you know what time it is. It's time to play some stuff. All right, let's keep an eye on the CPU and the GPU and everything else and fire this all up and basically keep the same setting. Well, not keep the same settings. Before we launch everything, I want to actually load everything up. I know that the encoding area, I know that the encoding bandwidth, I know that the compression going out to the internet nerfs the quality down to like an esports title, even if you let YouTube do all the processing and stuff like that. We're also going to watch for lag spikes too. So we're going to do all of this. See, there is one. It's colder and drier out tonight, so not as much humidity. This thing always gets worse when it gets more humid, and I have no idea why. But yeah, all right. Same as we were doing yesterday then. Lauren Lockhart's going to be tearing up High Isle. Send the cleric around High Isle looking for Heartwood, which we need a crap ton of. There's no maintenance tonight, so we can go for a little longer and stress test everything. See if we get any drop frames. It'd be interesting if that little switch was the problem, and really I should bypass it. Of course, I do have the cat cables to do that. How we do? Oh, we're at 100% CPU. Are we getting? Let me see my stats. Let's see. Yep, there's already a whole bunch of frames internally that are getting missed or skipped because there's too much CPU usage. This is one of the reasons why when there's a lot of loading, it might actually be better for streamers to run this game on a hard drive, because there was a patch. Now we're waiting forever just to get to the character select screen. You know, that thing that Zoss is saying over and over again that they're going to fix one of these years. But anyways, it's not that the game... how much data does this game need to load like this? Is it applying the patch when we're supposed to be getting the character select? Because the CPU is at 100% and so's the GPU. So everything is getting slammed, and we have a whole bunch of problems internally. Average time to render frame. Now the frames per second is dropping because we're just pounding the computer too much. We're actually down to 40 frames per second on a still image because of all the drive activity. Keep your drinks handy. We're going to need them. Let's see. 37 frames per second with an average render time of 21 milliseconds. Yeah, we're getting to some really nasty numbers due to OBS issues now. Yeah, the CPU's at 100%. I should reinstall MSI Afterburner, put it in the corner, eat the CPU overhead so we can watch this crap in real time. $35 frames per second, 92% on the processor, 97% on the GPU. No problems with the connection so far. It's just taken. Does this game secretly apply the patch? Does this game secretly apply the patch when you boot it for the first time? And that's why it takes forever to get to your character select screen. You're at 92% on the CPU, Core i7 6700K, 4 cores, 8 threads. And the graphics card RTX 2060 is getting pounded as well. Why is everything maxed out like this? Right now the network bandwidth is the best out of all of this. Well, enjoy my technical commentary over this Elder Scrolls-y sounding music. Finally, a character select screen. Still using like 57% of the processor though. What the heck, Zos? Zos, you gotta be upfront with your customers. If your game is applying a patch when you first start it up, you should at least put something on the screen saying that. Otherwise, why was the CPU and the GPU utterly pummeled for the first couple of minutes of me being in the game? All right, I'm going to reset all the counters now, and we'll see how everything goes. There weren't any lag spikes during all of that, so we're doing good. Now we're going to take forever to get into the game. Come on, Zos. All right. So we were in golf course mode last time with this game looking like something weird from a Nintendo DS. What I actually want to do, I actually want to dial down some of the settings so we can drop the CPU GPU utilization. Let's put low for the grass mode, and let's fix up a few things here. FSR, now subsampling, interface, let's set that to medium. That makes it fuzzy though, so yeah, we got to keep it native resolution. Shadows. How about we turn down the shadows? Screen space reflections. Do we even need those? Turn that off. Because the thing is, the compression really just goofs everything up. Anti-aliasing is NVIDIA DLAA. Well, let's put some basic shadows on. Turn off the ambient occlusion completely. And just so we'll just do that. And depth of field, turn that off. There we go. We're probably going to go to a load screen to reload everything. Bloom distortion, sunlight rays. Because the thing is, a lot of the eye candy that I use is probably getting ruined by the compression. So if we cut a lot of these settings down but keep running in 1080p, I wonder if that'll help. Well, not when the processor's getting pummeled. Let's play Mess with ESO. So put less stress on the CPU, GPU, keep some overhead around, because you can't display the eye candy on a stream anyways. Oh, look at that. The data download is dropping. Not the upload, though. That's what matters. But, yeah, the processor's getting pummeled again. Let me see what I'm getting for stats. This is the nerdiest start to an ESO stream ever. No problems with the bandwidth, though. That'll be interesting. Maybe I should just, well, that's really the thing. Reduce the number of failure points in the network. So go straight from the computer. I wonder if just taking the computer straight to the power line, because the power line hookups have 2 Ethernet jacks on them. So I could have the hub coming in from the console. The hub. I can have the switch that controls the consoles, the second computer, etc. And then just have the main system, or the streaming system, if I do it that way, going out through that switch. Should check the robustness of the switches, too. I have one from the 2000s that I'm using over in the project area, but if the switch that I have isn't as robust, then... Well, here we are back to staring at a login screen again, while the CPU is at 100%, and the GPU this time is only at 44%, though, so it's just loading assets. I'm not really getting any errors with regards to frames being skipped due to rendering and encoding. It might be the case, though, that laying off the graphics processor usage might actually give us some better... Well, this is what happens when a multimedia nerd tech-ish YouTuber streams this game. We sit here tinkering with stuff for the first chunk of the stream. What's our lifetime at? 11 minutes in, and we're still waiting for the game to load. Thanks, Zos. If this was Guild Wars 2, we'd have done something by now. I mean, why is it that just changing graphics settings leads to something this huge in terms of reloading the assets? And why does it pound the hell out of the CPU in order to do this? Like, 100% processor usage. Maybe I should run OBS in administrator mode so it takes priority over ESO. Or maybe I should go into the task manager and set it to lower priority for CPU clock time and see how much that tanks the frame rate. Alright. No signs of any lag spikes, though. It's the processor that's getting pounded. 100%, 99%. It's not dropping the FPS this time, though, so that's good. Yeah, watch the little Ouroboros spinning in the corner, because literally all we did was just turn a few settings down. I'm sitting here waiting for all of this to reload because I turned my graphics down, not up. Well, when we're done making Elder Scrolls Online look like Fortnite, maybe it'll look decent on stream because I won't be slamming resources just to send out... It's like I say, you know, Play Some Stuff is the wacky world of MultimediaJay with video games. So, there's an element of tech tinkering even with this, and there's an element of commentary even with this. So, not losing any frames due to network conditions, though. Everything's solid. Wait for it to load up here. Finally! Yep, the game looks like Fortnite. Alright, let's reset the counters. Let's see how this goes. This isn't too... Well, it does kind of look... It looks like... Yeah, it looks like Fortnite. It just... Alright. Is there something we can turn back up so it won't look so like... It does. It just like... It looks awful. I'm trying to get this chat window sized correctly here. Well, there shouldn't be any frame rate issues. You can also turn the camera back down, so... I had the angle up a little higher than what it's normally at. She's not like 6'8" or something. Alright, let's see here. You can also set the camera back down to -30. Vertical offset -30. There we go. Let's see. It would also help if it wasn't... You know what? I don't have anything really good to compare this to. Is that grass, like, just sitting there? There's some graphic thing. Is it the shadows, or is it the ambient, or is it the depth of field? Enhances the fidelity of shadows and lighting by taking into account objects blocking light. Disabling the setting may improve performance. Depth of field. No, we don't need that effect. Surface of the water. That's all stuff related to the water, though. Sunlight rays. What else we go to H-bow? That doesn't really do very much. That's not really doing much, just the weather's crap. SSAO? SSAO? Turn that off. Set it to none. Do we have our preset? Do we have our preset turned on? Yeah, MultimediaJay. We can also switch it off to nothing, lol. There it is without the shader. Let's turn that back on. I was maybe going to have Reshade do most of the work with this. Alright, let's see here. It could also be that the weather sucks. Alright, let's see. No food buff. Already screwing this up. If there's an outdoor event, we'll run into this. The big thing that we're looking for is Heartwood. Heartwood, and they put a whole bunch of nodes on the on this add-on. Really? There was another one of those things? Yeah. Get that out. Another one of those loot boxes. Little loot box there. Alright, let's see here. This is, it's just, there's like elementals coming out of the earth. Let's see here. Maybe I should just turn the grass off and go back to golf course mode.
Here we go.
See here. The big thing we're looking for, and I don't know if we'll be able to see it, is wood. Kind of hard to see things in the middle of all the sunflowers. Alright. Could try to get some completion on the island as well. Could also go down... Oh. Okay, so those bandits that are crouching in the sunflowers, you can actually see them. Almost as tacky as villains in WoW. Oh, things are getting a little unstable with the internet now. Do we have any drop frames? I think I'm going to keep my stream stats down. Instead of watching live control room, I think I'm going to put the stream stats down underneath. Yeah. I'm going to put the stream stats down underneath the bandwidth monitor of what's going out, or the traffic monitor, I should say. A little something in networking, the difference between traffic and bandwidth. Bandwidth is the size of the pipe, traffic is the data that's going over it. But unless we go to like a player house,
my friend. We've won.
Unless we go to a player house or something like that where we load a bunch of stuff off the drive, we're probably not going to get a lot of the stuttering you were getting earlier. So what do we have? We have 52% on the processor, 51% on the GPU. So we actually have a little bit of overhead now, so we could turn some eye candy back on. But let's have this game look like Fortnite for a bit. Well, how do you think it works with these streamer games? Fortnite, Valorant, they got cartoony, cel-shaded type graphics. It obviously plays better with real-time encoders and streaming them across a wide variety of systems. Isn't that one of the things that makes Genshin Impact work so well? That they do something similar to Breath of the Wild, except it's actually at the right resolution instead of whatever the Nintendo Switch is doing. Like some fake 1080 upscaled crap. Ah, good. I need more lumber. No Heartwood. How am I ever going to finish the offices if I can't get any Heartwood out of this crap? Ugh. Let's see here. Heartwood. Where the heck's the Heartwood? Oh, there we go. You can't get that from surveys either. You have to get... There's one. You have to get it by gathering a normal node. All right, there's a delve that hasn't been completed yet. Why don't we go for, like, completion, like overland completion while we're doing all of this to break up the monotony of, he streamed for 3 hours and all he did was pick flowers and chop lumber. Aren't there, like, some survival games and stuff that do that where, you know, you literally can spend the entire game, like, chopping lumber? All right, Breakwater Cave. It is cold and dry outside. Breakwater Cave. Never been here. Let's go take out the Delve boss. Get the achievement at least. I'm sure there's daily Delve quests that'll send you out to these delves and all that lovely stuff. That's not a mud crab. That's a coral crab. All right, we have a... I guess we can't just turn left. Who's this? Rodax the Empath. What kind of name is... I don't know. It's someone playing a Breton, so they probably are, like, playing this game like it's The Sims. Oh, yeah, another one of those tacky delve designs where you can't just go straight to the boss. There's some, like, cave that you jump out of when you're done. A lot of, not much for stuff getting in the way here. I wonder if this is the daily or something. All right, we'll make our way over there. What? That's a monster resetting. So we got some people just literally running the dungeon with this sucker. All right, we're gonna have to go out. What? Lag? 61% on the processor. I think the big one, though, the big issue is going to be...
No pleasure in killing.
I thought the resources on the graphics card were what mattered the most for avoiding those kinds of frames. Where it is, there's one skipped frame. Or there's one of those things that resets to 1. Oh, who's this? Yeah, obviously somebody who's literally running straight to the boss. And a wonderful example of the difficulty problem with ESO. Namely, that there is none. Look at this. Oh, but let people play the game however they want. Yeah, well, you can literally just run through the entire dungeon. No sense of danger, no traps on the floor. Okay, there's somebody that's actually fighting something. But, well, it's just like, this is one of the reasons why Classic WoW has done so well. It brought back a sense of danger and believability into the world instead of, oh yeah, you might want to do this other stuff in between buying a bunch of crap on the Crown Store. Oh, what do you have here? All right. How do we get up to that thing? Is it a jumping puzzle? Yeah, close enough. Sky Shard! I really should actually play through the main story on my other character. Yay, a skill point! There's a glut of those late in the game, though, so... But literally, we just run the delve. This is supposed to be a dungeon, but it's more like a cave. I mean, here's the thing. I can go to I can make a character in Elder Scrolls Morrowind right now, and I could go barreling into the Adamus Sardis cave, and those bandits can kick my ass at level 1. So, look at this. Look at all these monsters that are resetting. Yeah, just... Watch, we're going to get to the boss, and the boss will be dead, because that's the one thing that all these people literally running the dungeon actually stopped and actually fought.
I hope I was of some assistance.
Isabel, she probably teleported. All right, here's the boss there. Here's the boss. Let me guess, the boss is dead? Oh no, the boss respawned. All right, let's actually do something. They get back to picking flowers. Come on, everybody! Don't you want to come over and kill the boss and camp it for gear? Like those bots that used to infest these places?
Move! Get out of there!
Doesn't matter. Plunk. Because the ads die when the boss dies. Oh, Delve bosses drop one of those things too. It's like the armory in Scarlet Monastery in classic WoW, where you take out the boss and everybody runs through the door and tries to take you down. Except this time it was coral crabs. Ah, that's a Clipper's delight there. They'll be like, yeah, the boss gives you crabs. I think I know juvenile humor all too well. Anyways. Twitch.tv/Vindalia. Check out her top clips. It's people clipping her out of context. I don't know if that's part of the show or if people really are being mean. No drop frames due to network conditions, though, so that's good. Let's see
Thanks
here.
for bringing me along. Think of the stories we can tell.
Yeah, whatever, Isabel. All right, let's find some more Heartwood. Hey, what's that lit up?
Just walk into someone's
Oh, that's the
home.
main quest.
They were rude.
Oh, that's the main quest. You don't need to be doing that. All right, plenty of runes.
Quality there.
Yeah, who cares about playing the game? While the event's going on, just get a crap ton of crafting materials and then use them all afterwards. Let's see. Hey, at least High Isle has some nice scenery. We're not totally cheesing it, though. We left the grass on this time. Even though it's in low mode. Hey, what's the red thing? Mushroom, mushroom. All right, let's see here. People of a certain age understand that ancient meme. There's such thing as ancient memes? Yeah. I'm sure to some Zoomers, memes from the 2000s, like, I remember that. I was a kid and I found that on E-Bomb's World. I don't know. All right. Nothing going on. I haven't completed the fissure yet on this character. So, all right. I'm sure everybody will come running out here. Hey, free loot. Speaking of free loot, what do we have to toss into that? Sea waste polish. This polish removes rust and other impurities caused by exposure to sea spray. Hey, a High Isle shield. Cool. Ancestral Breton. Yeah, let's decon that sucker. This is Isabelle Valois' shield. Might be worth setting up as a transmog type thing for if I do sword and board with any of my characters here. Get this? High Isle Crow. We just have to fight off all... Oh, it's actually a furnishing. It's actually a house furnishing. So you can put a whole bunch of crabs in your house. Lovely. Let's see here. Of course, if we take a trip over to Armsmaster Eleusis' little ocean palace, that might actually make sense if we put them on the beach as a form of scenery.
That could be helpful.
Let's go do that. There's no services there, but Hunting's Palatial Hall, a.k.a. Eleusis Beach. See what those crabs look like before we go sell them for 100 gold. See here. Hunting's Palatial Hall. All right, let's see. Any drop frame? No drop frames due to network conditions. The connection's a little unstable, but nothing's going on with it. So, good. Change the switches out. Those are gigabit switches that I use for this, or just bypass it. Have the computer just... There you go. Eleusis Beach. Armsmaster Eleusis' little castle by the sea. Hey, thanks for backing up my furniture. Yeah, housing mod that I don't hardly use. All right, let's go down to the beach. What do these things look like? Do I want to keep them or sell them? Or put them in as scenery? So, like, there's a crap ton of crabs on that island over there or something. Let's see here. Sweet. That's the trunk. Yeah, hearth. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, it's considered... Oh, it's a meal. That's what it is. That's actually steamed crabs. It's supposed to put it on a plate or something. Oh, so it's like seafood. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Except I'm not a big fan of crab like this. Like, if it's already been cut into, then yeah, but the idea of needing tools to have some meat at supper, I don't know. And this is a New Englander, and I'm a New Englander, so, you know, lobster. Let's see here. Well, yeah, I know. It's like... All right, let's go to Panther Fang and clear up some space. Since we don't have Gonfalon base set up yet. There's a Jim Gaffigan routine. It's on YouTube. It's about New Englanders and their love of seafood. And he's making fun of how you need like a bunch of tools to eat a crab dish at a seafood restaurant. So, oh, you're going to have the crab? Let me get you some tools. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. Do we have frames due to... No, actually. It loaded that up quite smoothly. There was a bump in CPU, but the GPU, however, is still at 60-something%. I don't know if it's one of those deals where the system is designed so that the graphics card tries to help the processor out, but I really don't need that. Not when streaming, anyways. Let's see here. Nothing. Still no dropped frames. Is that switch? Could that switch really be the problem? Well, we should probably rule out anything on the property to make sure that something else isn't coming up. Let's see. Leo in. Leo indoor. Oh, look at all this. So I do have some other characters that I could have doing this, but any stuttering? All right. Sisters, Savatons, and Pauldrons. That's heavy gear. What is it? Stamina, health, and stamina. Oh. Yeah, it's kind of a dumb little proc set. Maybe in PvP. The big issue I have with Elder Scrolls Online's love of proc sets is they're going through exactly what World of Warcraft went through back in vanilla. People got too obsessed with the procs and they stopped making, builds based on things like stats and stuff. Stats lost to procs. Starting with Burning Crusade and afterwards, there was much more of an emphasis on stuff other than, oh, I have this weird sword in my offhand that has some chance to proc this wild effect in PvP. Something that World of Warcraft grew out of. Not so much here in Tamriel. All right, let's see. The vendor stuff.
Can I help you?
Did I really just go decon all that the old-fashioned way? Those are finding materials anyways. We'll throw the Steadfast Society, all right, thing in there as well. Traditional furnishings, you know what? We don't really need any of this stuff taking up space. Let's take the 100 gold for those furnishings. Sea waste polish, the trowel, the wooden dreofit, or whatever the heck it is. And then anything that has some money attached to it, we'll take that out. See here. How many companion weapons do I really need for my companions? And Sorceling Guide, take that out. Let's Steadfast Society helmets. All right, let's throw that in the we'll throw that in the chest. Any recipes and stuff, it's better than cluttering up the bank. Hulking Draugr, that's the set that I'm looking for combining magic and stamina. And also comparing it to the Druid gear, where the more pieces you wear, the more stats you get. It's basically tri-stat, and the more pieces of the armor you wear, up to the full 12, the more stats you get. But it probably pairs up really nice with like PvP gems and stuff. And maybe I'm curious how it does as tank gear, whether the loss of mitigation is really worth it to have lots of resources. But if you have lots of resources and you gain resources by getting hit, that means you can cast more spells and do more active mitigation. Cast spells, use stamina skills and other stuff. Special attacks, I should say. Should probably, well, actually, maybe I should leave the door open for visitors. Although I do have it set to visitor right now, so that anybody, if I get some jerk that comes in and turns off all the lights, I can use the housing tool thing to turn all the lights back on remotely. Think of it like smart home stuff in ESO. All right, what do we got? A small drop in the bandwidth, but not enough to actually cause a dropped frame. That's not bad. $19 grand on a crit with a smite spell. That's cool.
Battle we can walk away from, eh?
Let's see here. That's good because, well, I got to figure out how it all fits in the current PvE setup. Because you can save your resources, just hit stuff with a weapon. That crit for 12 grand, though. All right, let's go back to High Isle and look for more Heartwood and also a crap ton of other... We could also change up the scenery by just doing stuff in Aminos, the jungle island, which is supposed to be some kind of prison. But I don't really think that the jungle island is all that, like, nasty or anything. I probably have to play through the story to actually understand what's going on with this. All right, ready? Serpent's Hollow Way Shrine. All right, there's this. I don't think
What you make with that.
I don't think the Switch would be the problem, though, because when I was testing on Delosaurus Rex, that doesn't have a switch that it goes through. That was at one point going straight through to the network. I don't know. What's this? Enemies? Yep. Of course they are. Guarding the Ancestor Silk. Looking more for lumber.
We fought well.
Yeah, two smites and the bandit died. It's not necessarily like old school WoW where a hunter sends in the pet and the pet does all the work. All right, let's see here. See, it'll be interesting if we don't get any drop frames. But I can just say, hey, look, it's weather related again. Cold, dry night. It's a colder, drier night. It's going to be sunny tomorrow, I think. Scrunch. Sunny tomorrow.
With us in that fight.
Unfortunately, it's October, so like no shorts or anything. I hate when summer's over. There's a lot of talk about things like what's better, spring or fall. My answer is always spring. You get the warm weather of, the season between summer and winter, but there isn't shoveling snow on the other side. I might be biased because that's a New England take on things. New England, yeah. All right, Ancestor Silk. All right,
Another find for your pack.
Yeah, another 10 pieces of Ancestor Silk. How much endgame gear can I craft off of these mats? Let's see. Lumber! Finally! I was looking for that. Heartwood. No Heartwood. Yeah. I normally get some lag, says someone in game, but it got much worse today. Alright, let's see here. Average time to render a frame is 1.5 milliseconds. 60 frames per second. We're not dropping like we were when we started the game up. And it was pounding the hell out of the system. And of course, the encoding probably makes it so you can't see half the eye candy anyways. There's not Tech Yes City. Who's the other guy? Who's the other tech commentator I watch on YouTube? Tech Deals, that's right. The Tech Deals guy, he goes... I'm guessing he doesn't want to be known as Tech Deals, so I just call him the Tech Deals guy. We've done I've done a couple of comparisons of Delosauruses versus what he has, but anyways, he used to go around saying that high mode is for gaming and ultra mode was for screenshots. That
This one knows she can never leave the jungle.
The performance difference didn't really make it worth it.
It is so tempting.
All right, Rubidite ore. Oh, we're back to I don't know. It seems to be
Through
working.
this gate lies the jungle of Amorous. Your home for the rest of your miserable lives.
Please, I'm innocent, I tell you. Don't send me into the jungle.
Too late for that. You've all been processed. If we don't banish you into the jungle, you'll die.
Right. Certain death out here. At least a slight chance to survive in the jungle. That's the fate of the banished.
I should probably play through the story to see what in the world that's all about. We'll have another character do that, though. Alright, let's keep an eye on the CPU usage to see if that gets in the way. 55% on the graphics card, so what we're sending to the graphics card... Did they just despawn? What's this? Lagging earlier in Skyreach. A lot of people complaining about lag. They're talking about what ISP they have. And for once, I'm hearing something in here besides Comcast all the time. That used to be like... That was a meme once upon a time. That was totally... Yeah, that was a meme. Like, thanks, Comcast. You'd see people on the internet that didn't even have Comcast. You could tell because get them talking and they'll tell you that I'm from this part of wherever, and you double check and it's not a Comcast market. It's Comcastic. Well, why do you think Comcast had to rebrand to Xfinity? They're just so known for crap. They didn't call them Comcrap for nothing. All right, let's see here. All right. What's this? What are these hadalids? I really got to learn something about the lore. Oops. We seem to have lost Isabel. Probably because she doesn't just go lemminging whatever off of cliffs. Just run in a direction and she'll teleport. Something like that.
Good quality there.
Yeah, good quality there. Yeah, we're basically populating nodes on the map. I don't know when they start showing up, though. Water hyacinth. Is it just me, or does there seem to be more stuff out? Well, you know what it is. Hi, oh, it's Breton expansion. So they hang out on the original island where the castles and the Ren Fair type stuff is, and everybody forgets this jungle has some stuff too. It's not that much worse. It's not unlike the Ungoro crater, except I don't see any dinosaurs here.
I do believe we're good at this.
Not like the Ungoro crater in World of Warcraft. It's kind of what this vibe reminds me of. Or the Sholazar Basin for anybody playing Wrath Classic. 3:10 at the Geek House. You want to go until 5 a.m. when all the normal people start getting up? Yeah. Excuse me. Sunlight lovers is probably the better term. Day shift people. Still zilch for drop frames. We'll go until 5 a.m. See if anything ever drops. Be kind of weird that, well, that's the thing. There are some accessories that I can get for the Geek House, and they're made for people that live in rental units, where the landlord's like, no, you're not drilling holes in my wall, and stuff like that. So there's things that, like, blend into the trim and stuff. Like, they call them raceways.
Maybe I should...
They call them cable raceways, but you set them up, and you put them up against the trim, put some, like, you know, non-damaging 3M tape on them or something, put them on stick them to the floor, and then you just run your cat cables through them, and it looks like part of the trim, except it's plastic. Somebody looking real close, they'll see something. But a couple of years ago, I actually put some weather stripping into the trim because I felt a lot of air moving through there. So if I could swap that out for some cat raceways and stuff, and then just pull them all if I move out, then I could actually have Ethernet going around the house without, of course, having to have anything going through the walls and stuff. There's more than enough cord covers. There's more than enough cord cover type stuff out there for me to run Ethernet all around the house without it looking like spaghetti cable palooza. The problem is figuring out all the doorways and cutting like cord protector stuff for anything where you got to tuck it into, you know, the bottom of a doorway or something. Is that... Well, why wouldn't there be smithy stuff right next to a big magma crater?
Another find for your pack.
This is, let me check the preview. Oh, this does look like Fortnite. Oh, we dial back the graphics. Maybe it'll help with the encoding as well. Green Serpent Getaway. Oh, what's this? Weaving spiders, come not hither. Just smite them down.
I take no pleasure in killing.
All right, let's see here.
Glad we're alive.
Was there something we wanted to get? Yeah, over here. More rubidite ore, aka Kool-Aid rocks. Let's see. Steadfast Municipants thingy. A smithy survey on High Isle. Well then, let's go get that. We can always use the materials. Be interesting if we could actually get some materials that way too. Hey, 2 pieces of Heartwood. Yeah, I'll come out to the jungle a little more often. Let's go take care of that survey though. Yeah, just pulled an axe out of a wasp. However little sense that makes. Because video games. Let's see here. Alright, what do we have? Nothing still for drop frames. Nothing for drop frames. And only 3 frames missed due to CPU issues. And things dropping off. And a drop and an audio cutout. Yeah, I gotta take a look at that. I think we're in the post-hub era, which I think I should just get for my USB 2 and 3 ports, get extension cables for them, but don't do hubs anymore. What's this? Oh, it also applies... Well, let's just go here then. There and go west. There's a bit of a discussion about power draw of things like... Okay, the camera still works. A lot of devices draw more power these days, so it's not like, say, you know, a keyboard and a thumbstick and stuff like that. You know, you could have microphones, and I got to check the power draw versus what's coming out of the hub, what's coming out of the USB controllers on the motherboard, and then see if we can distribute the amperage some other way. I've traditionally used USB 3 hubs and stuff. The reason why I used USB hubs is to save on wear and tear for the USB jacks. Mostly in the 2000s when I was newer to computers, I had a lot of problems with wearing out USB jacks. And I think my first USB hub, I think I destroyed like 2 of the 4 jacks on it. It was like USB 1.1. Let's go up here. Yeah, USB 1.1 back in those days. And of course, the real infamous case was the Silver Bullet. First computer I ever built, I was like, I got front USB ports. I'm going to plug in a USB controller. It's going to be like having a game console. I destroyed the USB ports in like 6 months. Completely destroyed from my like Logitech Wingman action pad. All right, where's the Smithy survey? Ah, here we are. Yeah, we're not gonna get any rare materials from that. Rich rubidite ore. Where's the rest of it though? Do I turn off the grass just to see it? There's one over there too. It's a bit buried. There's that. Are there any more? Here's another one. It's already cleared off the map, so we can grab all these. None of these are going to give rare materials, though. You're just going to get a crap ton of normal materials. The rare materials only come from gathering the normal nodes. Like 2 more pieces of bast. What the heck is bast? I should look it up. Let's see here. Ooh, giant bugs. Okay, Zoss. Did we run out of ideas for enemies? It's like a classic game design faux pas. You can't think of any monsters in an RPG, so you just make giant spiders. Alright. Well, there's plenty of resources in the jungle. Or maybe it just seems that way, because this isn't crawling with players that are, like, grinding the hell out of everything. What's up here? Oh, who's this? The evil goat lizard. Argonian? Why would you call yourself the evil goat lizard and not roll an Argonian? Well, hope the evil goat lizard doesn't mind. Alright, let's see here. 317. I'm going to turn up the mains. Let's hear some more of this music. Of course, it's raining. It wouldn't be an Elder Scrolls Online stream with if it wasn't raining like that. Alright. More materials? Could do the daily random normal. I don't feel like getting wound up. Not trying to be like another Deltia or something. Hi, everybody. I like getting people. Hey, someone resubscribed for 5 months. Twitch.tv/DeltiasGaming. Actually has a YouTube channel as well, but his YouTube videos are the one time he actually tries to be a little more, well, mellow.
That could be helpful.
You see him get worked up, he totally goes all sportscaster mode, playing Cyrodiil in all of his streams. I just gotta wonder, you know. It's crazy how there's people that just sit in Cyrodiil all the time in this game. You know there's an entire rest of Tamriel that you could be checking out, instead of doing your handful of battlegrounds and Cyrodiil all the time. Like, oh, this definitely looks like Sholazar Basin now. Somebody who designed this zone is obviously a fan of Wrath of the Lich King. Yeah, it is basically a giant waterfall basin as well. What's down at the bottom of this? Well, as long as we don't run into any Titan ruins or anything like that. Yeah, a little pond at the bottom. This totally has a Sholazar Basin vibe. Matter of fact, I think I have a screenshot from Wrath of the Lich King that is very, very similar to, you know, this. Looking up at that waterfall as it comes down to the basin in the middle of the jungle. And this is supposed to be like the Alcatraz of High Isle. Yep, there it is. Why don't we grab a screenshot, well, without, like, without water spray in our face here. I think I have a picture of something similar in Final Fantasy XIV as well.
Good quality there.
Hey, there's some lumber. Yeah, maybe there are too many people hanging out over in the regular High Isle area. Not enough people coming out to the jungle. Let's see, grab the node. Could always go hang out by Castle Mavir and go total Renfest.
No sheep, no Oblan, no idea where to start. Excellent.
There's a, I got a... Oops. Cliff Racer! Or something like that. Just smash it with the mace for 13 grand, despite being spec'd for magic. Well, even in D&D, clerics had a 1d6 dice roll. That is that. Rubidite. We could save a teleport, whatever it is. Still no drop. So 185,478 frames. None of them dropped due to network conditions. 4 frames dropped due to resource constraints in OBS. But I think it's mostly the CPU. I don't think loading... Well, we could test that just by teleporting back to the castle. That usually... anything that's getting loaded in usually leads to a resource boom. Let me just see what happens. I think it's the CPU while it's loading up. It's also the reason why going back to the castle, there's a little stuttering when my character first starts. 99% CPU, 52% GPU. So yeah, some of this, and let's check the stats. 4 frames lost due to encoding lag. Let's see here. And the CPU dropped very, very quickly, and no additional frames due to encoding lag. Maybe, you know, these nerfed settings can actually help with the problems that we traditionally have with streaming this game. Turn off all the eye candy that won't be noticeable after the encoding after the bit rate. Alright, see this? That's the chapel. We want to actually... No. That's the chapel. We actually want to go sell off and decon. As well as test things out. Let's see here.
Ooh, the clitter-clatter of unwanted...
Ah! Come on. Alright, well, we got the great sword now.
Yes?
Yes? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Green cuirass. Should I start heavy armor for some of the other, like, Ember or something like that? One of the other companions. Essence of health. Essence of magic. What's the bonus for having Isabel in your party? You get better potions with, Bastion. Leniency edict. That's only if you commit crimes. Alright. Well, daytime out at Panther Fang. Could also make other stuff. I'm sure I've got plenty of materials to make, like, chairs and stuff like that. Actually, where are we at on the Redguard sofas? Well, the idea here is to switch characters. Keep her out in the world gathering stuff, and keep Goodmain making stuff. Are we in a position where we can make more Redguard sofas, especially all the bast that we've been collecting? Lots of bast, not a lot of Heartwood.
Here we go.
All right, back off to... This has a web browser, right? Yeah, we'd have browser mode. I would say we could use the spin the wheel to see what zone to go back to. We did pretty well in the jungle, though. But let's change to do things up. Go to Castle Navir. The western side of the isle here. Is that a piece of wood? Oh, able to spot that at least.
Oh, nice.
No
What did you
Heartwood.
find?
Speaking of lost potential in High Isle. Yeah, but we gotta have that card game, right? Yep, the tournament. You only come here to get Isabelle Valois. And then what? What, bring your buddies and roleplay like it's Ren Fair or something like that? Duel some people here while people trounce around on the horses? There's just so much more that could have been done with this tournament ground. Alright. That's not why we're here, though. Looks like there's a quest down by the shipyard that we can do as well. Who needs questing? We'll do that offline. Now we gotta find some more materials. Let's see here. Check something here. Think I overstretched a muscle at work or something. How wound up am I with all this? I thought I'd sound kind of mellow doing this stuff. 85 beats a minute. More wound up than I was when I first got home. Probably because I'm sitting at attention so much. It's not the caffeine or anything, although we will cut back on the caffeine tomorrow. I think the low-grade headaches are worth getting used to drinking less caffeine. Really? The one hit, that means you can't... Is it going to reset? Yeah. Alright, there's some wood there. Hey, listen to some of that gorgeous music, though.
I've learned so much riding with you, my friend.
Isabel gained a level. Does she... Holy ground! So she has a consecrate ability now. Let's go see. What does that look like?
I'm in your service.
All right, so for these, she has a taunt, a charge, solar ward. So she doesn't get her next action slot until 12. Until level 12. All right, let's set some skills here. Let's see what that consecrate looks like. Let's swap this out, and let's see. Consecrate for 8 seconds, healing and snare. Oh, it's a... Oh, no, nearby allies. Nearby allies, and it doubles as a snare. Yeah, that looks good. She'll take more damage, but we'll just throw more heals.
On my honor.
Alright, there's the consecrate. Wonder what the cooldown is on that.
Some celebratory sweets.
Nah, that's not too bad. Definitely looks Templar-ish. The sort of thing my main character would do here. Where are we at, though? Let's find a safe spot here. Where are we at in terms of crafting some more Redguard sofas? Since it is mellow enough. Turn off the main fan.
All right, turning off the main fan.
We're just talking anyways. We're not getting too wound up. Thank you.
Just doing my job.
We're going to crash the game again, trying to go back to the character screen. 38%, 7 frames now missed due to encoding lag, but nothing due to network conditions. That's nice. Alright, Richard Goodmain. How many Redguard... What do we need to make a bunch of Redguard sofas? That's probably my furniture of choice for, like, barbecue areas, the swimming patio, the whole 9 yards. Let's see here. Alright, champion points gained at an accelerated rate. Seems like we were just here. Alright. So do we... Is it a wood station thing? Oh, look at all this. Just find that. Under parlor, I think. Redguard... Oh, we can make one. Redguard couch padded. It's Heartwood again. Heartwood is always the constraint. Star metal embroideries, that's upgrade materials for making cloth, which you have plenty of those. So again, it's the Heartwood that's the issue here. We have 1,000 basts, probably because we've made so much furniture. Interesting. So again, the constraint once again is the Heartwood, and there's no way to speed that up. Some lag spikes here and there, but it's not deep enough to cause any dropped frames. That's cool. 9 frames missed so far, grand total, due to issues with OBS. But it's probably when we're switching around between all of these characters and loading stuff. Definitely, because the process is getting slammed. It seriously makes me wonder how much faster things would be with a Ryzen 7 of some sort. While that's loading, let me check the content here. See something here. Nothing. Well, I'm going to break up the monotony of this.
I'm here at home with officers.
Home security commercial here. All right, let's get that going at least. All right, what do we have? A little bit of delayed splash there, huh?
Time for your pack.
Yeah, so we got to find more. You know what? Why would she cast Consecrate before charging to the enemy? I literally have the skill set up so she charges first and then consecrates later. Well, let's see. Let's go beat up that coral crab or something. We could also find driftwood along the beach, too, and it might be easier to spot it if we hang out by the ocean. Well, let's see how she does with this Ornog over here. All right. Taunt. Okay, there's the Consecrate. Maybe it's different cooldowns on the skills for the companions. Alright, let's see here. Ancestor Silk.
Ah, that could be helpful.
Not the butterfly. Cornflower for potions. Let's take this. Well, plenty of materials to make stuff, but the constraint is still Heartwood. Tons of runes. A little bit of lag on that, unless I'm hitting the limits of the number of keys you can press at once. Ah, good. The add-on is actually processing where we're finding these things. 3 pieces of
Nice.
Heartwood.
What did you find?
That's the thing. When you find the rare materials, you should get more of them than you would otherwise get. I wonder if reloading the UI will process all the nodes that I found. Here's another one. There's another one right up there. Is it even recording where these things are? Maybe it's because I've been, in multiple different places. Nah. Let's see this. Up to here. Thieves' Trove. She won't like that. Switch to... Ember.
Oh, good. I was so bored.
A stolen version of those things? Now we're stealing it back from thieves? High Isle Goblet empty. Some of that stuff is worth laundering over at a thief's place. So why don't we head over to Gonfalon Bay and get that taken care of? Let's see here. Ah, the add-on's catching up. Another piece of hardwood. Yeah, make sure the targeting thing is facing the right way. How come the spell's not going off? Because you're not targeting the enemy. Alright, we finally had a lag spike that caused 219 drop frames for 0.1%. Still better than most. It looks like it corresponded with a huge download, because I've got 54, I got the chart now showing 54 megabits per second tops. So there's some kind of huge download. We'll check the logs in the router. Might be time to turn on QoS and have it prioritize real-time communications like streaming and voice and Zoom meetings and stuff like that. Here's a runestone. I thought I saw one. Might be time to start playing with QoS on the router,
Like
so
a
it
good luck charm,
prioritizes
I
that
bet.
traffic and doesn't let anything steal the show like that. Especially on the download side. If we're pounding the heck out of the download, 33 frames missed due to rendering and encoding. So 219 drop frames, 0.1%. That's more in line with what I saw before everything broke. Good. Better than usual. and it also corresponded with some kind of big increase in traffic on the download side. So we'll check the logs afterwards. 337. The 2-hour logs will show us that as well. Let me guess. Ember likes being taken to the thief place. She's more like chaotic neutral in terms of alignment. Hey, where's the entrance to this place? Down here? Oh, how'd I guess? Some call us outlaws. I prefer entrepreneur. All right.
What we do here is no joking matter. Without...
All right, let's see here. Like 25 insect parts for river bait. Anything that has value, though. What's this? Alright, we'll do that. That gives us the pattern and everything. There's a limit on how many times you can interact. Do we want to put it in the bank? No, we want to put it in the storage chest. Alright, let's get back out to where all the plants are and stuff. Gonfalon docks. Is that the same entrance we went in? I don't think it is. Well, that's an overture if there ever was one. All right, let's find some more Heartwood. I wonder if reloading everything will actually make some of the nodes we've collected get picked up by the add-on and place with 3D markers. Why don't we see if that's the case? Nah, let's not. All right, so we're out of the questionable stuff. Let's keep leveling Isabel's tank skills. You can't summon somebody while you're mounted. Well, fine, be that way. All right, let's see here.
Stendar protect us. Let's get out there.
What's in this drink? I gotta check out some of the ingredients. Not bad, considering we turned down the graphics for streaming to cut down on the GPU usage and some of the issues related to the other stuff. Still only 219 drop frames, and
Looking forward to seeing what you make with that.
there's network activity that is affecting that. I'll have to look for a huge spike in the download bandwidth, see what did that. Could be phone updates for all I know. But those should be throttled. They shouldn't be interfering with 100 megs down or something. Hey, that's not a plant. That looked like a... That looked like a tailoring node. It was actually a bandit. Alright. Hey, there's what I was looking for. Sunflowers! There's the Ancestor Silk. More Bast. This game is absolutely showering me in Bast and not giving me any Heartwood. Alright. Should probably check this. What does Lauren have for wood skills? She should be maxed out most of it. Woodworking. Yeah, wood extraction. It's the crafting gathering stuff that's there. Carpentry is for researching traits. Carpentry is for researching traits. Alright, what do we have? Shackle breaker. No, that's not it. See if we can find more of these things. Platinum? Could just be the case there aren't a lot of nodes. I suppose, though, if the only time there were dropped frames is due to activity on the network, QoS would fix that. We wouldn't be doing these kinds of experiments. But hey, at least the sunflowers are pretty. I hope they're not hiding any nodes. Now there's a thumbnail, if ever there was one. Now there's a thumbnail. Just too bad the weather wasn't so good earlier. Nope, too far in. That is a thumbnail, if ever there was one. Get Picasso open. There. That might actually make a better thumbnail for the long haul. And it's basically represented as to what's in the stream. We'll fix that up later. Who's that? That's a fawn? Like Mr. Tumnus from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Soul Razor Knight Sentinel. Is there any special loot
Good
from...
quality there.
Any special loot from the harder difficulty enemies? Nope. Dual-wielding purple laser swords. Okay, no special loot, but they were guarding a treasure chest. Who's that? Oh, what do you know? Don't even bother with any spells. They can melee half decently, like
That could be
clerics in
helpful.
D&D. Let's see here. Okay, so no special loot from the big purple monsters, but there's the treasure chest. That's always handy. More stuff to decon. Crafting area over here too, so we can actually get rid of stuff without having to summon the decon assistant. $143 pieces of wood. It's gonna be great for all these refining materials. All these refinement materials is gonna be great for crafting armor for some of the new level 50s. Armsmaster Elusis is the latest person I've been making armor for. Wait, what was that? Pulverized zinc. Get some of that in the get some of that going too. Rubidoux leather. Smithy station. 301 rubidite ore. That's going to make for a lot of plate mail. I don't think I have that yet. Nope, yes I did. Alright, let's see here. There's the mage tower that you get ember from when you do that quest. There's a piece of wood. Take out the wolves on the way over.
I hope I was of some assistance.
More heartwood? Nope, not this time. Literally, I'm going to tear this island apart looking for heartwood. Two pieces
Another
there.
find for your pack.
I think it takes 7 to create a desk. So probably be grinding heartwood for a long time for all the furniture for the houses, the swimming areas, all the other stuff. Society of the Steadfast Municipants thingy. 1,500. 1,500 gold from that. High Isle Plate Compass Rose setting. That's another
What's the story behind this, I wonder?
vendor item for 1,500 gold. See, I mean, what's the point of playing the game right now? Just wander aimlessly, bring a podcast to listen to, or in my case, as I do a lot of chat streaming, bring something to talk about. Oops. It's one of those weird unintended consequences of these ESO events. And it's interesting because the devs, they talk about this. They're over here like, yeah, we're trying to design the event so you're not grinding it forever on all your characters. Well, then you have unintended consequences like this. Of course, I'm sure it's great for, oh, look, people are playing the new expansion because everybody's over in High Isle grinding for mats. You get the same random rewards as you do from downing bosses. So you might as well take all the materials and get a whole bunch of stuff for your player houses and armor, crafted armor, and the whole 9 yards. One of those weird unintended consequences, of course. Maybe there'll be maybe I should do a playlist for these streams like I did for the two-handers for everyone thing. Because the unintended consequences... Oops. The unintended consequences are strong with this one. You know what we could do? Just to toy around, since we are kind of experimenting here. In the Mages Guild skill line, Mage Light, give me the one that... plus max magic. It also gives you plus crit. What if we leveled this up instead of having to remember to cast a buff for 20% spell damage? Seems to be like an extra button to press once every 30 seconds, but... what if we just go 47,000 magic? She's basically geared up for spell stuff, so... well, actually, we could do... the problem is that's heavy attacks that get affected by that, so it won't affect it.
I hope I was of some assistance.
So, using this ability grants him power, and you can technically do that if you have like an Inferno staff or something. You can technically do that while the projectile is in flight. So you can do that while the projectile is in flight. So that way you get the bonus to everything, like the 80% heavy attack bonus, before the fireball or whatever actually lands on the enemy. It's one of those little screwball things you can do if you're not playing a Templar. Doesn't she have an Inferno staff? I could probably demonstrate this. I think she does have this... let me check her build. I think she does have skill points set up for heavy and light and heavy attacks.
Aurelia and I used to go camping like this on High
Ooh, Sijic thing. Get that one
Like a
first.
long time ago.
Let's go get the Sijic thing first before we go checking that out. Sijic portal. Oh yeah, more stuff that we can decon. Matter of fact,
You've got rubbish. I've got...
plenty of rubbish. And I want backpack space. More upgrade materials. I should standardize who's in what slot for that ally wheel, so we can summon people a little more easily that way.
I am your shield.
More bast. Woo! Let's see. What were we going to do? More bast. Woo! Ah, the previews. I don't have the latency set correctly to remember what I was going to do through the preview and stuff. Wait, what was that? We just rode over something. Dragonthorn alchemy reagent.
Good quality there.
More stuff. Not any of what we're looking for though. That's right. Can we make the desks for Gonfalon, or we can just get a table and make it a lounge until we upgrade it to a thing as well. All right, let's look in the craft bag. Heartwood. We have 18 Heartwoods. I think we can actually make the desks now. So what, 7 of them for a Breton desk? Just so tempting, though, to find some more materials and see if we can land, you know, win versus the RNG gods one more time. Because Except there's not a lot of lumber that's popping up. Ooh, there's another one of those. Let's see, get back to here. Hear ye, give me that. Oaken Order Guards. We can use those with any character. It's a style page. We can get those with any character here. Oaken Order. Seems like we're getting one of those per day. All right, there's that.
Back in the saddle.
We should probably, since there's an emphasis on High Isle, set up the office in Gonfalon Bay first. Ancestor Silk. Alright, let's check the directory just for the hell of it. How broken is Elder Scrolls Online? Can I drag it to my other screen? ESO. So the original category is now for Tamriel Unlimited, and there's nothing. Elder Scrolls Online High Isle. Alright, so the High Isle category, yeah, I'm the only live stream because everything's fragmented. The game directories on YouTube Gaming are auto-generated by YouTube, and everything's fragmented right now. Elder Scrolls Online has the same problem right now as Forza Horizon 5 did earlier. Like, different categories for literally every expansion.
Oh,
YouTube...
Nice. What did you find?
YouTube needs to back off on that. Just have one category for ESO. Game categories, that's how it works on Twitch. That's how it has worked on Twitch. And by that, I mean not just that they've been doing it, but that it actually works. You don't want to divide and conquer all the live streams. So tempted to make a video about that. That's one of the things I'm looking at whenever I get sick of this event and things get back to normal, which I only think there's a couple more days for this anyways. So, we play catch-up on the videos. Besides the tech videos, I'm looking at making something that's more contemporary to 2020's YouTube. Basically chime in on stuff. For that, though, I need a better streaming setup. One of the things we'll do with the tech videos before we get there is try out some gear for repurposing YouTube cameras as streaming cameras. I'm not going to be spoiled like those big streamers that have $1,000+ DSLRs as their webcams. However much overkill that is. Really? Well, that's what I want to do. I want to go check her build and see what she has for light and heavy attacks.
We're still standing. Be proud of that.
Hey, look, it started raining again. All right, let's go check this out. I think it's buried in here. No, that's the... something else. Healing done. I think it's buried in here, though. Yeah. Increase. She doesn't even have the bonus to it. Well, how come she doesn't... She doesn't have any points spent on it. What's this, then? Crit, spell damage, weapon, and max magic. Okay, there we go. Crit, and then weapon and spell damage. So she has all the weapon and spell damage things. She doesn't have anything for light and heavy attacks, which, of course, she's a cleric. Of course she wouldn't. That's more of a paladin thing. But now there's an 80% multiplier on heavy attacks when you have Empower. Does she have an Inferno Staff that she could play with? Yeah, Inferno Staff of Twilight's Embrace. Swap out the mace. Here's what I'm talking about. You cast like 18 grand non-crit.
Stendars use
I don't know if
safety to
she
your
even
best.
has the setup for Destruction Staff, though. No, she doesn't even have it. She doesn't even have the damage bonuses because she doesn't use that stuff. All right, skip that. It's technically a greatsword, but we have it transmogged to a mace. There's that. Vast.
Good quality there.
Tons of smithy materials. What we need, though, is woodworking stuff.
Ride.
All right, hopefully those hostiles don't notice. More pieces of Heartwood. Whoops. Darn shadow stepping rogue. Here, take this. Yeah, only critting for 11 grand. I don't know. Let's compare. With or without the 20% boost. Use these ascendants as 10-7-64.
Fought well.
10-7-64 non-crit versus lose a few magic. I think it's the whole thing about it's the old intellect versus spell power thing from Burning Crusade. And what's the baseline damage now? Yeah, 11-5, and then it crits for higher. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's the old thing, intellect versus spell power from Burning Crusade. Do you want to hit harder, or do you want to be able to cast more spells? That was one of the pitfalls of, like, gearing for intellect in Burning Crusade into Wrath of the Lich King. People are like, yeah, well,
I hope I was of some assistance.
the primary stat gives me a little of everything, so I'll just jack intellect to the moon. Except it was balanced out, so literally you became like an all-purpose wizard-style caster by doing that. You wouldn't hit as hard as people that took raw spell damage, though. You would have more mana, more mana regeneration, but you definitely wouldn't hit as hard in that respect. Same thing here, you know, a higher pool of magic versus hitting harder. Alright. Get stunned then. 22 grand non-crit. Actually, I think her taunt move applies vulnerability.
Not the end of our tale.
Hey, where's the stats? I want those on screen. Still only 219 drop frames. So 0.1%. A single basis point thingy, if that. No, percents are basis points. Yeah, fraction of a basis point. Which means this stream is overall run a lot better than the one last night now that we're not slamming... Well, the weather's better, number one. Number two, we're not slamming the heck out of the processor anymore with eye candy that's going to get lost in the bit rate.
Back in the saddle.
But I don't want my games to look like Fortnite. Well, it's just the way it is.
Another
Ochre.
find for your pack.
There's a rare. There's another rare material.
Yeah.
Something I have a hard time getting too. Most of when I'm not looking for it, that is. All right, Gonfalon Bay. The only thing we could do is we could go to the inn room, put down the treasure box, put down the storage box, since we have that at least, and then make the furniture and set that up, make some progress here. Okay, where's the inn? Well, first off, we can go to the craft house, decon everything there, or just get what's-her-face here.
Got plenty of goods fresh off the...
Take care of that. And everything that's vendorable. Then find a real vendor in order to repair the armor. See, these are the things. 1,500 gold just from that one. Sister's Guard. Alright. Right, where's Isabel? That's the tavern right there. Yeah, if nothing else, we can set that other stuff up. Is that supposed to... This instrument they're playing, is that supposed to sound like a hurdy-gurdy? Gonfalon Bay. Go up to the next floor. This is the regular inn. We're not looking for that. I think the inn room here is closer to the Bard.
knights know ancient ways, and none of them are gold.
Jeanne d'Arc Queen? She's obviously named after Joan of Arc. Ah, here we go.
Listen here, give me your ear, the sapphire turn.
Hey, Zoss!
From every nook by sea and foot.
When are these bards gonna start singing
Aspirants head to old Lavere.
instead of looking like a ventriloquist thing?
Joust and ride and sing with pride, with hopes they'll be a star.
It's like Nintendo 64 stuff where there's no mouth movements.
So close at hand. Let's take account and raise a glass
I suppose it's better than Banjo-Kazooie. Ooh, 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 ooh.
The Oaken Knights know ancient ways, and each other.
All right. We can at least set up the box for putting everything in and hand everything off to Goodmain so you can learn the patterns. Well, this is going to be weird because we're changing characters, but they're in the same room. See here. Storage. We'll drop the storage coffer back there. We can actually drop a few things before switching characters, too, because we can also place the armor, the craft station for changing specs. Set this office up in no time. Let's put it right up here to the point where it's in the corner as far as it'll go. All right, there's that. Let's see. The stuff for Goodmain to learn is what? Blueprint High Isle. High Isle Goblet. What else? Anything else we want to transfer over? Funny part is he can pick it up from wherever he is. There's also one in the, I think there's one in the, I don't know where I have it in the castle. It's up against the craft stations. Nah, it's no big deal. Alright, switch off. See how much processor we use and whether it causes more internal issues. 66 total frames lost due to issues within OBS, probably while loading stuff. 67 now, so we lost a grand total of a frame by pounding the heck out of the processor. I think the problem is I could upgrade the processor and it would still slam the processor. It would just do everything faster. So loading after a patch, we waited for like a couple of minutes. Probably wait for like a minute or so less or whatever. You figure what? 5 minutes? It'll shave a minute off. It's 20% faster. You're still waiting 4 minutes to start the game. At least we didn't crash the game this time. All right, let's see how many of these things. Don't know it? Already know it. All right, we'll just sell that one then. All right, we'll learn the one we can actually learn, then sell the other one. We can also have, or just have Lauren learn it. Put it back in the box. She doesn't really have the crafting stuff set up. I think she already knows the other stuff. A couple of treasure maps too. Wait, why are we coming out here? We gotta make some desks. I think it's behind on animations. Close. Oh, there's actually stuff to refine. The one thing I didn't check. Of course. Nothing to decon here. Alright, 2 Breton desks. Under the library, I think. Yep, 2 Breton desks. We need some chairs. 2 Breton desks. I think it's under parlor we can find the chairs. No, we gotta go to the cloth station for those. Because it has upholstery on it. Carpets. Alinor tapestry. Sigig banner. Redguard couch padded. So that there's we can make the couch. Actually, we're just going to grab 2 chairs. We're not going to use those solitude chairs for anything else. Alright, let's go off to Daedric storage. Get some chairs. Hey, what do we have for light fixtures, though? Refine that. How many lanterns can we make? Just 1? What? Maybe put a Daedric chandelier in there for Pete's sake. No way. I think we can buy one of those. Yeah, we're short on... No, we're actually short on the Imperial style material. So we can just go buy some more nickel. then make some more of those. Let's see. How are we going to get there? Go to the Geek House. Daggerfall Geek House, baby. Haven't been here in a long time. My first ever player home. Tell you, the chill nature of this game will take the edge right off you. There we go. Another use for those little sofa things. Bunch of cats, too. Let's see. Is the cat coming off of that little stool thing? Alright, back to the beginning of the game. Daggerfall, where it all began for me with these characters. What's our load time going to be? 99% on the processor. 67 frames missed due to internal OBS issues. Took a while to load the music. We'll just we'll borrow the smithy place here.
Steel and stone. You just want to gawk at that anvil, or you're gonna do something with it?
Alright, give me some Imperial material here. 100 of those. Blow 1,500 gold on style material. So how many more of these? Common lantern, stationary. We have one of them. Make another one for the desks.
Little time to talk.
Greetings.
Getting my games mixed up as to what does what. Preach it, brother. Literally. They went to all the trouble to put a preacher in this cathedral. How often does he say stuff?
Akatosh on high, first of the 8, provides wisdom. He blesses the crown of King Casimir and lends his symbol to the Daggerfall crest.
Daggerfall Covenant, baby. And we got someone stealing from the church. This game needs a vigilante mode. This game needs a vigilante mode where somebody gets a bounty. If you're flagged as a vigilante, you go into PvP combat and you try and take them out. I think everybody playing the justice system in this game knows that they're going to be up against NPC guards and NPCs they can probably beat. But if you add a PvP element to the justice system so that like more lawful characters can be vigilantes to take out criminals, that would definitely add a whole new dimension to this game. All right, let's go off to Gonfalon Bay here and let's set everything up. First, though, we need some chairs. We'll go to the Doomchar Plateau and grab 2 more of those Nord chairs that I'm not using.
Hear ye, hear ye. The danger to the Daenia Woods has passed. The Beldama Weird report that
Doomchar Plateau. If anything, it'll get this boring Breton music out of the background. Yeah, here we go. Welcome back to the Deadlands. Give me those 2 Nord chairs. Anything else we want to pick up over here? We have the rugs already. We could put a painting in the office, too. We got a couple of paintings we could put on the walls. Look at that. There's a bookshelf. I think we're running out of paintings. So we can add gallery paintings and stuff. Yeah. You can tell it's a plane of oblivion when there's a random floating fire log, floating furniture, floating platforms, and random creatures going everywhere. Are you worshipping Mehrunes Dagon or Sheogorath? I think it's Sheogorath. That's how you say his name. All right, let's go set up the. Let's go set this office up over here. Might be room in the back to like put like a little sofa to lounge on. So the idea here is you have access to these through like the housing thing or whatnot. You just teleport over to them, sell stuff, free up space in your inventory, and then move on with your adventure. All right. Let's set this up. 2 desks. You finally make some progress in some of this. 2 desks. 2 desks, 2 chairs for this light fixture. Can we hang that up? Turn off the... Can we hang that up and have it light everything up from above? These lines that the housing thing's given me here to use are kind of messing me up here. Yeah, let's turn that into like a ceiling light. Oh, there's plenty of room. We can put a couch back there and everything. We can totally put a couch back there. Put a fireplace even. All right, so the 2 assistants that we're going to use for this. We don't use the banker in these anymore. What's her face? The rag picker. Some of these things remind me of Tron. I put a chair here. Lattice Nord chairs. Well, let's put those paintings on the walls. Get those out of the... This here. Display. Dragon treasure. No thanks. Paintings. There we go. ESO Plus. What was that? Oh, those are the special paintings we get due to ESO Plus. Alright. How many of these? Is no room on the walls. One of these, however, is an old crown painting from back when I didn't have any paintings and I was dumb enough to spend crowns on them. Alright, Valley Refined. This is a little bigger. Let's put it over on this wall. There's this. Like floating off the wall here. And put the lanterns down too. Light things up a bit. It still doesn't seem like it's lit very well in here. Probably put down the hanging lantern and stuff. Either way, it is nighttime in Gonfalon Bay. We have ourselves an office, though. Finally, some progress. This is such a big in-room, though. It's bigger than most of them. It does have the same limitations, though, right? We can't put a third. Now, only 2 special collectibles, of which the NPCs... Only 2 people in here, tops. What about this orc lantern? Can we hang that from the ceiling? It doesn't seem to be doing very much for light, though. Nah, never mind. Well, that's nice. So now we finally have a place in the current expansion to drop things off. Quick slots. Coarse chalk, lockpicks. Nice. Unfortunately, how much Heartwood do we have? We're probably still woefully short on Heartwood. 6 pieces of Heartwood, so we can't even make this sofa. I don't think we have the materials to even make another sofa. But just for the heck of it, since those chairs don't look very comfortable, let's go see if we can make the Redguard sofa in town. Locally made comfy Redguard furniture. That was another lag spike, but it's not enough to cause dropped frames. The preferable kind. I know the connection won't be perfect because it's the internet. As long as it... So it's still only 219 dropped frames out of 385,000 frames sent for 0.1%. So minuscule. I do have to go check that spike when that happened. We'll check the logs on the router. There's a craft house, but the tailoring is a bit closer. FPS problems. 143. Why are we slamming the heck out of the processor now? How's the graphics card? The graphics card is fine, so it's the CPU issue. Oh, okay. So I can turn up some of the eye candy. Use more of the graphics card. Because the part of the graphics card that's used for rendering and encoding is supposed to be separate from what the other stuff is that renders 3D. Bayside Artisans. Okay, this is where it should be right next to the crafting table. Actually getting frame rate drops and everything now. I just think back to when I built Monolith. Back to when I built Monolith. At Redguard. Oh, we can make one. It only requires 6 pieces of Heartwood. Okay. Well, let's make a sofa and put it in that office. I just remember mid-2010s building Monolith. People being like, you don't need a powerful processor. All you need is a Core i5. You'll be fine with just 4 cores. You don't need multi-threading. I don't know. I gotta check what the prices are, because prices are plummeting for a lot of computer parts right now. The market's finally crashing for certain kinds of hardware. Should I go for a Ryzen 7000? Even though it'll require DDR5?
Over here, I could use.
Or should I grab a 5700X, which would still be an improvement over this thing?
Hello.
And then have a backup system for when DDR5 is a more mature technology. Alright, this is the end. Well, this counts as progression if we can stop slamming the processor. I wonder, or let me try something just to be a jerk about it. Elder Scrolls Online. Where's ESO? ESO. Set priority below normal. We're gonna crash the game doing this. Performance. So I just lowered the CPU priority of Elder Scrolls Online. It's now set to below normal. Let's see if we slam the heck out of everything now. We'll get that when Lauren loads back into the game.
There's the one that defeated the corrupted spirit inside of the weird tree.
Hey, they recognize my guy from his mainland accomplishments.
Hope the room is to your liking. With your reputation, I'm sure you shouldn't have any trouble with the neighbors. If you do, remember death threats are not the way to go. How does...
All right, let's put this couch down. CPU. 180 frames lost due to rendering and encoding lag. It's still going up to... I lowered the priority of ESO, and it's still going up really high. But I think there's something else going on here. Let's see. We could always put like that. Do we have like a little stand we can put some candles on or something? Parlor. Let me go check the storage here. How big is this sofa? It's more than big enough that we can put like some little lights on the side or something. Oh, there's a sofa in this office. Back to the Doomchar Plateau. We can also go grab some extra candles from somewhere. 37, 42, 38. 180 frames missed due to encoding lag. Internal stuff to OBS. Dead air. The thing that you're never supposed to do on the radio. How tacky would it be for me to put a street light in the middle of something? Well, I can always use a cooking fire to make candles, but I don't have anything that would serve as like a nightstand or something. Extra door, extra garden arch. Some weird vampire stuff. I really don't have much out here anymore. Alright, hold on to that. We have craft stations. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good to test and see if the processor slams. Still at 180 frames missed due to rendering lag. Something else we could do too is we could run OBS in administrator mode, give it higher priority versus other processes. Now we're just seeing how it goes with 180 is the number. Seeing how it goes with lowering the priority of Elder Scrolls Online as a process in Windows. 64% on the processor. We didn't gain any additional issues here. All right. Well, let's see what kind of common furniture we can make, like a nightstand or something. I totally have to go through and put figurines in all those little alcoves on the stairways. But the big thing we need is way more Heartwood. The cooking area is over here. That's the only place you can create candles. Close that out. I can make a little nightstand type thing. What would we even have that under? Hearth? Well, right now we can't make anything. Nothing's lighting up as having the ingredients. What do we miss? We're missing Heartwood again. How about something green? We still need Heartwood. We literally need Heartwood for every piece of wood furniture. Unbelievable. How about like a lantern type thing standing up? That'd be under enchanting. You use different materials, I think. Clockwork illuminators. Elsewhere. Street lights indoors. Yeah, there we go. Vampiric sconce. Yeah, put some vampire lights in there. Nah. Alright. What's this? Mirrors and sugar bowls. Now, how about lighting from the smithy station? Alanor, torch thingies, common lamp. We can put hanging lanterns, but the hanging lanterns swing back and forth. That's the issue. High elf candles. Make 5 of those. Khajiit. Hanging Khajiit lanterns. Just float them in midair. Stationary. Merkmeyer. Because the minute we go to the woodworking station, we're going to need more. Yeah. Heartwood. Again. That thing we don't have. Nuts. Just want to have something that make it not be so dark. There's 2 Breton sconces available. What are we short on for material? Decorative wax. Could always rig it up so that the lanterns come out of the walls. Well, let's make 2 of these. I want to light up that area over by the couch. We'll use a floor standing light for that. %, still only 180 frames. So the processor, the task has a lower process priority than OBS. Might be more worth it just do that. All right, let's move. Let's actually move that storage chest a little closer, and then we put the candles there. Recenter the couch. Why you would just randomly chill in the office, I don't know. We could always bring in a Christmas tree when Christmas rolls around too. Set up some decorations over here or something. Or put the couch over there, but if you can't put stuff too close to... The way it works, you can't put put stuff too close to the doorways there. Okay, so we're in business then. We have ourselves a little branch office. So that's progress on one of them anyways. Now we gotta figure out the other DLC areas. And for that, we're gonna need more Heartwood! Oh boy. Constrain the resources and hold people back. Hardcore. In building stuff. Let me check the Tamriel Trade Center. Alright, try not to slam 100% on the processor while we're trying to do that at the same time. What's Heartwood going for on the Tamriel Trade Center? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Reload. Turn that off. Reload. Hope none of these ads make any noise. Remodel your house. Oh, there's actually a bug. It's not an ad block thing. Tamriel Trade Center has problems with malicious ads that take forever to load with zero bandwidth and stop the web page from loading. It's like 1999, 2000s, 2001 internet problems here. Literally all I'm trying to do is look up the price of Heartwood, and it's not working. Control F5. Yeah, waiting for ads to load, and then the ads have no bandwidth, so they never load, and the web page never actually displays. Just try it again. Change browsers? Tamriel Trade Center. Let's just bounce over to Firefox then. Visit the Home Depot, blah, blah, blah. Let's try Firefox. All right, Firefox works. 1,600 gold a piece. 16. You can spend a crap ton of gold to get a whole bunch of Heartwood. 1,900 gold. You get spend 110,000 gold to get 58 Heartwoods to build furniture with. So I'd rather just put in the time and go get the stuff myself. See, what do we have? 293 drop frames. So somewhere in all that web browser hopping, we had another lag spike. Of course, I don't know if that's because of activity on the other side gobbling up all the bandwidth. Something that is a bit of an issue that I got to read up on: asynchronous internet connections. Asynchronous internet connections, that just the difference between upload and download could cause problems if they were too far away from each other. 293 drop frames still represents 0.1% versus the 1% last time and the 5% before the last service tech stopped by. But the weather's better. Let's go find some stuff then. Heartwood, 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 or go nuts buying it on the Tamriel Trade Center. Ride around the world spending all kinds of money to the tune of hundreds of thousands of gold to get a couple more pieces of Heartwood and build some more furniture instead of just putting in the time and finding stuff. And I've got plenty of podcasts and other stuff that I can listen to while looking for these things. Send the paladin around.
Looking forward to seeing what you make with that.
Both of these main characters have the same boost to finding materials and luck, as well as crafting and refining. The difference is that Goodmane has all the styles memorized, so he can actually make gear. She can upgrade stuff and deconstruct stuff with the bonuses. Alright, there's a piece of wood. Still not getting any Heartwood. Like every other time we go to get cloth, we get bast. But we're not getting any Heartwood. What is this? Mandatory for so many forms of wood furniture. Rough ruby ash. So I guess the question is, how long do I want to spend riding around aimlessly looking for lumber? Oh, here we go. It has to be regular lumber drops, too.
Good quality there.
Finally, some heartwood. And another one of these. A woodworker survey in High Isle. This will be great for illustrating one of the ongoing problems with this. I gotta go to the northwest for that. This will be good for illustrating this problem where you can't use the special nodes to get this stuff. We're gonna get a crap ton of rubidite wood, or whatever the heck it is. Ruby ash. We will not get any heartwood from that survey. It's too bad. Imagine if you get rare materials from surveys. You do your crafting writs, get a whole bunch of surveys and stuff, then go out and get them, and then you can get your materials like that. But no, we can't make this game too easy, can we? We can make the game too easy, as in you can go into a delve and literally sprint straight to the boss if you have the stamina, completely blowing off all the mobs because they're going to eventually reset and they won't hit you hard enough to do any serious damage anyways. We can make that part of the game too easy, but when it comes to jewelry crafting being nerfed compared to the other trades, or, you know, the things related to player housing, splatter day practice. Whoops. That reminds me, we got to find a place to repair armor. None of the NPCs or traveling merchant, none of the NPCs you can get from the Crown Store do that. So yeah, Zos can make the part of the game related to outdoor world difficulty, delve difficulty, the believability of the world too easy, but not, you know, this. Alright, I'm probably going to take out the bears. That's regular ruby ash. This is actually the thing over here for it. Pristine ruby ash. Yep, we're just getting a bunch of wood. Bunch of wood, no heartwood. Regular wood, no heartwood. 20. $38 pieces of wood from that. Plenty of stuff to refine then. Alright, let me see what we got. Plenty of stuff to refine. Channel content. Let me just check something here. 4:35 in the morning. How early does this... Nope. No issue with that. The time zones wouldn't match for it to be that other person I'm thinking of, though. Where is... That's really all that matters, though, is finding more wood. And the question is, how long do we want to stick around doing that? Two more pieces of heartwood. Is that enough to make something? Wow, I found some heartwood. Nope, only 4 pieces. 4 pieces total. Most of the recipes require 7 of them. So you see how this works, right? Normally everything is kind of gimped in terms of the drop rates. So instead of actually playing the game the normal way in this event, you want to just go around gathering, because when you do find rare materials, you're going to get more of them. And those are probably the rare materials that are holding you back. Unless you have ways of grinding lots of gold, and you can go buy all the materials from everybody at the various guild vendors. Just weird, unintended consequence crap. Oh, here we go. This would make a nice screenshot, a nice thumbnail as well, with the chlorine blue water and everything. Nah, it's closer to sunset. Yeah, closer to sunset in game. Probably after sunset. Well, at least we didn't run out the food buff. Actually, hold on. Let's finish it in the castle proper instead of being out here in the middle of nowhere. Set that all up. Zoot, we do want to upgrade the thumbnail, and I want to send the results of this 293 drop frames off to the ISP and let them know the weather's better and so's the performance. See how it goes. Deconstruct. We got to figure out how we're going to set up the service NPCs in Lockhart Abbey as well. That's another housing project that I want to get into here. Let me see here. That way, I mean, she's not going to have the craft stations or anything of Panther Fang. Unless we go do a bunch of writs and get more craft stations. Have a couple of, like, have sets all set up. Like, this is fortified brass here. Refine everything. Let me go to Leoin as well. Get repaired while we're at it. Enchanting table. Alright. Mostly looking for things to refine.
Got plenty of goods fresh off the jump.
Nothing there. Vendor trash?
Yes.
Yep, there's one. Foul-eyed. 59,000 gold. See, it's Pilgrim's Rest. It's a Leoin place. Which theoretically means I could have just gone there first instead of coming to the castle. All the essential services are there. Just a lot less roleplay stuff. Now, I want to go to the daily quest area and get repaired. Yeah, here we go. Always with a spare candle in the back. That painting up on the wall, at least. Hanging more lanterns from the ceiling. How are we doing with the CPU? 94%, 189 frames missed due to internal issues with OBS.
You there. The Ivory Brigade has need of you.
The guild requests your help.
Okay, as soon as the NPC loads in...
You're familiar with the War of the Sea.
Over 1,000 gold repair bill from all of that. Since this does have the passage to Fargrave, let me see if anybody's even still over there. Or is it too weird of a city for a lot of people's tastes? Fargrave! Ugh. Imagine if you play like a Daedric character or some kind of sorcerer or something, you might actually like Fargrave. I always found the city contrived. I mean, the lore for it was made...
I bring tidings from the Dread Lady.
Don't know if I did that quest or not. Yeah, look at this. This is deserted. The city is just a little too contrived. I mean, yeah, it was fresh lore that there would be a friendly... Oh, look, one person. It was fresh lore that there would be a friendly Daedra city. It seemed to be a little too weird.
The Dread Lady.
It seemed to be a little too weird for a lot of people's tastes, though. All right, let's see. Go back to the portals and head back to Leoin. So empty now that Deadlands is no longer the current content. All right.
You there? I bring tidings from the Dread Lady.
This almost reminds me of 322. Finally, a proper lag spike. We're still looking at 0.1% though. That one actually tanked. So okay, the problem isn't solved still. 442.
I want to get a gift for
Does
Aurelia.
crawling around creepy caves sound like your idea of a good time?
I think over by the Daily Quest area you'll see people.
A word.
Because Leowin is one of those donut cities. You can have lots of stuff going on here.
There's an urgent task for you.
Alright, enough of that. Lockhart Abbey. We gotta outfit some more services in the Abbey as well. For that, that'll require a bunch of crafting dailies. First order of business, though, we have to get this event done. How many more days left? Like 6 days or so left in the event? Could actually check the thing where you get the daily rewards for that. Hey, who left the lights on? I don't know if this really counts as like an abbey of sorts. Maybe put some more vines on the building or something. I guess I got the idea from First Night, that old 90s movie. Town of Lyonesse. Something like that. Right, so the daily announcement thing, is that part of the Crown Store? Seals of Endeavor, ESO Plus. Daily rewards in 15 hours. Well, there is one way to find out. I think there's announcements. Open the menu and click announcements. 7 days, 5 hours, 16 minutes remaining for Heroes of High Isle. So this event that inadvertently encourages certain people to not really play the game is still going on for another week. Unbelievable. That much longer until it's worth it to play ESO the normal way again. What a mess. That much longer until it's worth it to play ESO the normal way again. How long does it take the game to shut down these days, too? It's like, you're not pounding the processor now to shut it down, 44%. Final numbers for tonight's little experiment. 194 frames missed, lost, skipped, etc. due to internal problems with OBS. 322 dropped frames due to network conditions in roughly 2 hours of streaming, representing 0.1%. Better than last night, but the problem still isn't fixed. We'll see how we do with some more of this, and we got 7 days to experiment with this event. But let's tell the ISP what happened and upgrade that thumbnail. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.